FCT plus 2 pi integration m of t dt. M of t we taken as am cos 2 pi fmt. Okay, once if you substitute in the base equation, you will get AC cos 2 pi FCT plus 2 pi integration of am cos 2 pi fmt is you will get am. Okay, anyway, one thing we have forgot here. Here kf will come 2 pi into kf. Okay, here 2 pi into kf will come. Okay, again 2 pi into kf, 2 pi into kf. Okay, into am, 2 pi into kf into am. Once if we make integration, again integration of cos n theta is sin n theta divided by n. So you will get 2 pi fm, 2 pi fm, and again you will get here sin 2 pi fm. Okay, sin 2 pi fmt. Okay, now what happens to this parameter? What happens to this parameter? That is our main observation. Okay, what happens to this parameter? Anyway, the 2 pi will cancel. Okay, again only kf into am is there. We have seen that kf and am is what? Maximum frequency deviation. Kf and am is what? Maximum frequency deviation. Maximum frequency deviation. Kf into am divided by fm, divided by fm. Okay, I will rewrite this equation in the next page. Okay, so finally S of t is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT plus kf into am divided by fm sin 2 pi fmt. Okay, so what happens? Finally, again AC cos 2 pi FCT, okay, cos 2 pi FCT. Okay, so this plus again kf into am is what? Del f divided by fm and sin 2 pi fmt. Okay, sin 2 pi fmt. Now what happens? What will be the del f values? Say there is some fm, okay, some constant fm is there. What will be the del f value? So the del of extreme value could be plus or minus del f, because the sign value can be +1 or sign value can be -1 only. So -1 only. Again, sign value varies in between. Okay. So what is observation? This is the maximum. Del f alone means maximum frequency deviation. But in reality, what is happening? Its values keep on changing from -1 to +1, because sign values keep on changing with respect to time from -1 to +1. So what happens to your del f also? That will also change because it is in multiplication. It is in multiplication. Okay. This term del f divided by fm, we call it as a beta. This term del f divided by fm, we call it as a beta. That is modulation index. So finally S of t is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT, AC cos 2 pi FCT and plus beta sin 2 pi fmt, sin 2 pi fmt, and beta is equal to what? Del f divided by fm. Beta is equal to what? Del f divided by fm. Okay, modulation index beta is equal to del f divided by fm. Del f means what? Frequency sensitive, sorry, frequency deviation. That is equal to what? Kf into am divided by fm. Kf into am divided by fm. Now you have to understand one thing. You have to understand your modulation index depends on two factors. One is del f and another one is fm. Okay, say if both are increasing, del f increase and fm also increase, then there will not be any change in the modulation index. Or otherwise, if both are decreasing, then also there will not be any change. And by suppose if keeping fm, you keep fm as a constant, if you are increasing del f, then definitely there will be increase in the modulation index. There will be increase in the modulation index. Then what it indicates? What it indicates? Beta. Okay, beta model. What is the intuitive understanding of beta? Anybody? What is the intuitive understanding of beta? Okay, anyway, now finally I am going to draw the waveform for FM. Waveform for FM. Say this is the message signal. Okay, anyway, your carrier will be here. Carrier frequency, constant frequency. And what will happen? When you will get maximum frequency, here, when your value is more positive, you will get maximum frequency. So more positive, you will get maximum frequency. So for simplicity, I will put like this, uniform rate. This is constant uniform rate. Okay. Again, this is the carrier. It's better to remove the carrier, then it will make a confusion for us. I am removing. Anyway, carrier is present. Okay. Now I am going to draw the final modulated waveform. Okay. Here you will again, here you will have maximum frequency, sir. So plus AM. This is plus AM. This is minus AM. Okay. Here 0. So whenever the value is 0, you will have medium frequency. Whenever value is extreme positive, then you will have maximum frequency. Say I'm trying to draw this. Suppose it goes like this. Again, it is very high here. Again, it starts decreasing. Okay. And it starts decreasing and it goes very low because negative. And again, it comes to 0. Okay. What is the observation? Here exactly you will be getting, FC plus del F. FC plus del F. Here what you are getting? Only FC. Okay. During this negative, what you are getting? During this negative, you are getting FC minus del F. FC minus del F. Again, during 0, you are getting FC only. During 0, you are getting FC. Okay. Your frequency varies from FC to FC plus del F or otherwise FC minus del F. Okay. Now, anybody, what is the observation here? So, what is the observation with respect to beta? Beta is equal to what, sir? Del F divided by FM. Del F anyway we have mentioned here. What your beta indicates? Anyone? Question purida? Yes, question purida. Kakar question purida. What your beta indicates? Okay, beta is del F divided by FM. For simplicity, we assume that del F is constant. Anyway, del F we have fixed that. Okay, now we have flexibility to vary your message frequency. Okay, message frequency is in your hand. Then by varying message frequency, what intuitive understanding you get? You can increase FM or you can decrease the exam FM. You can increase or decrease. What is the observation? Anybody? Question புரியுதா சார்? அது மட்டுமா சொல்லுங்க. Anyway, answer சொல்ல போறேன் நானு. உங்களுக்கு question புரியுதா? That's okay. Anyway, frequency of the carrier changes. Then what is the observation? What happens? So I fixed del F. Okay. Now I have given you FM. Flexibility in FM. You can change your FM. You can increase or decrease. Anyway, by mathematics, it is very clear that once if you increase FM, okay, modulation index decreases. Once if you increase your FM, or once if you decrease your FM, that modulation index increases. What is the observation actually? No idea. So beta is equal to what, sir? Del F divided by FM. Beta is equal to what? Del F divided by FM. Okay. Now what happens if you increase FM? What will happen, sir? Generally, you think over. Okay, if you increase FM, what will happen? This time period will decrease. Anybody? This time period will decrease. Okay. Once the time period decreases, all this process will happen very fast. all this process. Say from FC2 you went to what? FC plus del F. From FC plus del F to again FC. Okay, again FC minus del F. Again you will reach FC. Okay, these are all changes. You are giving some time. Say from FC2 to go FC plus del F, you are giving some time. Once if you vary message frequency, say for example, if you are increasing the message frequency, then what you are doing? You are giving very less amount of time. Are you understanding? You are giving very less amount of time. Once if you increase the frequency, suppose if you decrease the frequency, you are giving more amount of time for the changes, more amount of time for the changes. So what is the intuitive understanding, sir? Anyway, the FC is going to vary. Anyway, that FC is going to vary up to FC plus del F and from FC minus del F. But at what rate it is varying? At what rate it is varying? Okay, that is given by beta. That is given by beta. Okay, that's why beta is equal to what? Del F divided by Fm. At what rate it is going to vary? Okay, when Fm is high, you are giving very less time for the variation. When Fm is low, you are providing more time. You are providing more time for variation. That is the observation. That is the observation. Are you understanding this concept? What is the intuitive understanding of the modulation index? What happens if the modulation index increases? When the modulation index increases, what you are doing? You are giving less Fm value, less Fm. So by remaining thing is fixed. Okay, del F is fixed. When you provide less del F, less Fm, your modulation index, when you are giving less Fm, your modulation index will increase. Your modulation index will increase. That means what? You are providing more time. You are providing more time for variation. You are providing more time for variation. Okay. As a modulation index I means what? You are providing more time for variation. Modulation index less means what? You are providing less time for variation. Okay. So this is the intuitive understanding of beta. But what I have fixed del F. Del F is constant. Del F is constant. எப்பவுமே ஒரு இது அனலைஸ் பண்ணா இன்னொரு என்னது கான்ஸ்டன்ட்டா வச்சா தான் அனலைஸ் பண்ண முடியும். Okay. This is like intuitive understanding. Okay. Okay, sir. Yes. இது புரிஞ்சுதா என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னு? Yes. It's still not. I will see. This is beta. Beta is equal to del F divided by Fm. If you make del F constant, again your beta depends on Fm. Okay. Again Fm you can write it as Tm also because 1 by Fm. 1 by Fm. Okay. You can write it as 1 by Fm. Now, as Fm increases, Tm will decrease. Again, beta will decrease. That means what? For changes, you are providing only less time. Anyway, once the cycle completes, that also has to complete. That FC plus del F, FC minus del F, that also has to complete. Okay. When the beta is less, you are providing less time for variation. When the beta is high, you are providing more time for variation. That is some kind of observation we are getting here. Okay, with respect to modulation index. Okay. Okay, next I will go to the material. So anyway, this is the equation you should remember, sir, always. This is one of the important equation you should always remember, S of t equation. Okay, AC cos 2 pi FCT plus beta sin 2 pi FCT. From this, what is the observation? AC cos is coming, but inside that sin is coming. Okay, if the case is like this is like FM signal. But எல்லா டைமும் இது போல இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை சார். எல்லா டைமும் காசு உள்ள சைன் இருந்தால் அது எஃப்எம்மா இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை, பிஎம்மா கூட இருக்கலாம். இட் ஆல் டிபெண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் ஹவு யூ ஆர் டேக்கிங் யுவர் மெசேஜ் சிக்னல். இன் திஸ் கேஸ் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம்? கேரியர் சிக்னலும் காசு எடுத்தோம், மெசேஜ் சிக்னலும் காசு எடுத்தோம். மெசேஜ் சிக்னல் இன்டகிரேட் பண்ணும்போது நம்மளுக்கு என்ன கிடைச்சது? சைன் கிடைச்சது. மேபி சம் யூசர் வந்து மெசேஜ் சிக்னல் ஒரு சைனை எடுத்திருந்தா உங்களுக்கு உள்ள என்ன வந்துடும்? காசு வந்துடும். ஓகே, ஸோ அதனால 100% ஆஃப் டைம் இப்படிதான் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது. ஓகே, நம்ம எடுக்கிறத பொறுத்து. ஜென்ரலா இப்படி எடுக்கிறாங்க புக்ல, அதனால இந்த பேட்டர்ன் இப்படி இருக்குன்னு சொல்றோம். அதனால இதையே பிடிச்சின்னு இருக்காதீங்க. இப்படிதான் இருக்கும், எஃப்எம்னாலே இப்படிதான் இருக்கும், வேற மாதிரியா இருக்காது அப்படின்னு. இது எல்லாமே வந்து என்னது? டிஸ்கஷன் பர்பஸ் தான். புக்ல இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே வந்து என்னது? டிஸ்கஷன் பர்பஸ் தான். ஸ்டூடெண்ட் வந்து கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆகக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரே நோட்டேஷன்ல ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவாங்க, அவ்வளவுதான். ஏன்னா ஏஎம்லயும் காசு எடுத்தாங்க, அதனால எஃப்எம்லயும் அது போல எடுக்கும். ஸோ அப்படிதான் எடுக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை, மாத்தி கூட எடுக்கலாம், சைன் கூட எடுக்கலாம். ஓகே, அதை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் புரிஞ்சுங்க. ஸோ அதனால ஏதோ ஒரு கொஸ்டின்ல கொடுத்துட்டாங்கன்னா அதையே பார்த்துன்னு புரிஞ்சு. ஓகே, பட் இன் ஜெனரல் வாட் இஸ் த நோட்டேஷன் ஆஃப் எஃப்எம்? காஸ், இன்சைடு வந்து என்னது? சைன். இன்சைடு வந்து சைன். அகைன் பீட்டா இஸ் மாடுலேஷன் இண்டெக்ஸ் which is del f divided by fm, that is equal to kf into am divided by fm, kf into am divided by fm. Okay, this is the understanding. And now I will go to the material. Okay, here this is fm final value, ac cos 2 pi fct beta sin 2 pi fmt. This is the final equation that you have to remember always. This is the final equation, and this one is the base equation. This one is the base equation. Okay, because m of t can be anything. It is not necessarily to be sin or cos. It can be anything also, other things. Okay, so you have to remember these equations. And again, there is one mistake here. Here 2 pi will come. Here 2 pi will come. Anyway, they have missed in this notes. You just write down the 2 pi. So again, message signal is m of t is equal to am cos 2 pi fmt. One 2 pi will be here. That 2 pi cancels. You will be getting the remaining terms kf am divided by fm, kf am divided by fm. Okay, and they're clearly given here. What is the unit of kf? It is hertz per volt. If it is hertz per volt. Okay, next, the modulation index beta is equal to what? Del f divided by fm, del f divided by fm. Okay, the del f can be replaced by kf into am, kf into am. Okay, divided by fm. So then suppose in this beta value, say in beta del f divided by fm, suppose you are at some fm. Okay, some frequency. Fm means what, sir? Maximum frequency of your signal. Okay, maximum frequency. When you are at some fm, say if del f is 0, there is no frequency deviation at all. There is no frequency deviation at all. Then what is? Then beta is equal to what, sir? 0. When beta is 0, what is the meaning? There is no modulation at all. There is no modulation. Simply you will get carrier. Always you will get carrier. So see, are you understanding? Once if your beta value goes towards 0, then the effect of modulation is decreasing. Effect of modulation. See, beta can go towards 0, or it can increase from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, like that also it can go. So when beta goes towards 0, then the effect of modulation is decreasing. Once it reaches beta is 0, then there is no modulation at all. There is no modulation at all. Simply you will get carrier. Simply you will get carrier. Okay. Again, given one more example. What is the relation between the frequency and the phase? They have given clearly here. Frequency is equal to 1 by 2 pi d pi by dt. Okay. And they have shown some examples. Okay, extreme values they have taken 10 minus 10, and say this is for positive value fc plus del f, for 0 only fc, and for negative fc minus del f, fc minus del f. Okay. See, in some cases exam they used to ask what is the instantaneous frequency. What is the instantaneous? What is the instantaneous frequency? So the frequency contributed by this term and this term is called as instantaneous frequency. Are you understanding? Instantaneous frequency means what? What is the instantaneous frequency? That frequency contributed by this term, because already fc will be there. This is the new contribution. These two addition is called instantaneous frequency. That's why for simplicity I have taken this entire thing, I have taken as theta t, sir. Maybe theta t or pi t. So in this case, let's assume that this is theta t. Then how to calculate? Say 2 pi fct is here, 2 pi fct plus theta t. These two I am calling it as a what, sir? Pi t, sir. These two I am calling it as pi t. Okay. Now how to calculate instantaneous frequency? Say your pi t is instantaneous. Yes, because it depends on message value, because it depends on some constant phase. Again, that constant phase varies with respect to time. Please remember. Anyway, that is predictable. Okay, this is varying with respect to time, but that is predictable because 2 pi fct only. Okay, that is predictable. But this is not predictable. It depends on message signal. Okay, so your theta it depends on two factors, sir. One constant frequency and another one is varying frequency. It depends on message signal. Okay, theta it. From theta it, how to calculate fit? From theta it, how to calculate fit? That's why I given a formula. 1 by 2 pi differentiation of dt. So this will give you simply Fi. This is instantaneous frequency. Fi is equal to what? 1 by 2 pi d by dt theta it. This is the instantaneous frequency. Okay, instantaneous frequency means what? Fc plus del f. Fc plus del f. Okay, again del f is function of what? Message signal. Okay, that on the frequency value instantaneous கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்னா நீங்க வந்து என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்? இந்த ஃபார்முலாவை வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். சம்டைம் டஃபா கேட்கணும்னா இது போல கொஸ்டின்ஸ்லாம் வந்து கேட்பாங்க கேட் எக்ஸாம் இதெல்லாம். ஓகே, so again what is the final observation? This is our final FM waveform, S of t waveform. The one observation here is here only frequency varies, but amplitude remains constant. So amplitude of the carrier is constant because essentially the information is present only in frequency. So the amplitude is constant. So then what is the advantage we are having here? So this is like modulated waveform. Anyway, you are going to send this waveform through transmitter and antennas to the air. Okay, it travels in the air and reaches the receiver. Then what is the advantage we are getting? Okay, as compared to AM waveform. Okay, when this waveform is having information only in frequency, noise cannot easily affect this value. Okay, noise will affect only amplitude. Generally noise will affect only amplitude mostly. Okay, frequency affect பண்றதை விட நாய்ஸ் வந்து ஆம்பிளிட்யூட் தான் என்ன பண்ணும் அதிகமா அஃபெக்ட் பண்ணும். ஸோ ஓகே, ஸோ ஒன்ஸ் நாய்ஸ் அஃபெக்ட் பண்ணா நம்மளுக்கு பெரிய பிரச்சனை கிடையாது. ஏன் அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் வந்து எதுல இருக்கு? ஃப்ரீக்வன்சில இருக்கு. இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் வந்து எதுல இருக்கு? ஃப்ரீக்வன்சில இருக்கு. சப்போஸ் இன்கேஸ் if there is some fluctuation in the amplitude, there may be some fluctuation because noise will affect only amplitude. So noise will affect only amplitude. That fluctuations can be easily removed by passing it through a limiter. இதை நான் FM receiverல டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம். By passing it through a limiter. limiter என்ன சார் பண்ணும்? limiter constant amplitude ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணும். அது எதை ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணும்? கான்ஸ்டன்ட் வேரியேஷன் ஆம்பிளிட்யூட்ல வேரியேஷன் எதுனா இருந்ததுன்னா இது வந்து கான்ஸ்டன்ட் ஆம்பிளிட்யூட் ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணும். அதனால அதுக்கு நேம் வந்து என்ன சார்? ஆம்பிளிட்யூட் லிமிட்டர். அதுக்கு நேம் வந்து என்னது? ஆம்பிளிட்யூட் லிமிட்டர். இது வந்து எதில் யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? FM சிஸ்டத்துல யூஸ் பண்ணணும். ஏன் FM சிஸ்டத்துல யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? ஆம்பிளிட்யூட் கான்ஸ்டன்டா தான் இருக்கணும், வேரி ஆகக்கூடாது. ஸோ அதனால FM சிஸ்டத்துல யூஸ் பண்ணணும். Can we use amplitude limiter in case of AM system to remove the noise? Can we use amplitude limiter in case of AM system? No, yeah, because no, we cannot use because the information is present in amplitude itself. Again, noise is also affecting the amplitude. So in those cases, you cannot use amplitude limiter and all. Okay, then what is the problem? You are not able to remove your noise in case of AM. You are not able to remove your noise in case of AM. அதனால தான் அந்த AM க்கு வந்து signal to noise ratio is very very low. AM க்கு என்ன low? Signal to noise ratio is very very low. So clarity is low. Again clarity, signal to noise ratio கம்மியா இருந்தாலும் என்ன இருக்காது? கம்மியா இருந்ததுன்னா clarity வந்து சரியா இருக்காது. ஏன்னா நாய்ஸ் வந்து அதிகமா அஃபெக்ட் பண்ணும். more immune to noise. AM system is more immune to noise. Whereas in case of FM, you are having amplitude limiter. The noise is affecting the amplitude. Okay, anyway, your information is present inside the frequency, so that noise can be removed by the amplitude limiter. So that means what, sir? Your FM system is having more noise immunity as compared to AM system. More noise immunity. Once if you have more noise immunity, there will be less noise. Once if you have less noise, your SNR will be very very high. SNR is high. Once your SNR is high, the clarity of the signal will be high. Clarity of the signal will be high. Okay, so அதுதான் வந்து இங்க சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. amplitude is constant, information resides on frequency, so effect of noise is less in FM, so clarity is high. clarity அதிகமா இருக்கிறதுக்கு இன்னொரு ரீசனும் இருக்கு. bandwidth is also high. In case of FM, bandwidth is high. Once the bandwidth is high, you will have more information, more amount of information. So again clarity increases. Clarity increases due to two factors. One is like high signal to noise ratio, another one is bandwidth. Okay, anyway, as compared to AM system, that FM system will have higher bandwidth. FM system will have higher bandwidth. Okay, so which one is best, sir, in terms of bandwidth? Our bandwidth, signal bandwidth after modulation has to be high or low?
Low, sir.
Signal, yeah, it should be as low as possible. Okay, then only you can multiplex more number of channels. So bandwidth point of view, AM is best, but there is no clarity. Again here the bandwidth is higher, but also we are getting clarity, very good clarity here. Okay, that is the observation. Okay, Okay, next, they have given another mathematical equation for FM, not another mathematical equation. This is like frequency domain representation. Frequency domain representation. So previously we were represented in time domain. Now they are represented the equation in the frequency domain. Here to represent the FM signal, you cannot use simple Fourier transform because Fourier transform is useful only when that message frequency is constant. Okay, here either message or carrier frequency is constant, you can use Fourier transform. Now carrier frequency itself keep on varying, that frequency itself keep on varying. Again, we are using some different method here to represent the frequency domain values, that is using Bessel functions. Okay, that is using